good evening, everybody. Hello, it's Shang. How are you? Welcome to the live stream. I'm sorry, I'm adjusting the phone. Maraming salamat po sa lahat ng nandito. Please don't forget to give the live stream a thumbs up. As stated, it's a different kind of live stream. Some people are not used to it. I just keep talking and talking and talking. I actually interact with the audience, and we have a crowd that comes back from all over the world and also from our kababayans. Para po doon sa mga galing ng Pilipinas, wag po kayo mag-alala. English, Tagalog po tayo. I always immediately translate. Pag nag-English po ako, tatagalugin po natin yan. And for those coming from outside of the Philippines, please be rest assured that after I speak in Tagalog, I will translate that into English so that everybody is able to participate. Thank you to everyone who's here. Please don't forget to give the live stream a thumbs up there. You can double tap your phone if you are using a smartphone, or you can look for the thumbs up. And again, just a reminder on the rules. Let's observe courtesy and kindness. No flooding. Please show respect to the host and all members of the live stream. I do not do timeouts. I will boot. Temilet, welcome to the live stream. With Sheng is here. Maraming salamat po. Temilet says shout out, host, at sa lahat. Maraming salamat po sa lahat. Thank you so much to everyone. Like I said, it's a different kind of a live stream and people usually are surprised. Papasok sila, sasabihin, ano ang topic? I stopped doing topics because whenever I tried to do a topic, we always veered away. Lagi pong naiiba. So, ang ginagawa ko, nakikinig ako sa mga pumapasok dito. We have a conversation. So, it's a two-way street. And like I said, I've always been very gratified. Bumabalik po sila. So, half my audience are not content creators. They are watcher channels. And for that, I am grateful. Kung wala po ang mga watcher channels, wala pong kikitain ng mga content creator na tulad natin. Inday Bell, welcome back. Maraming salamat po sa pagbalik. Again, please don't forget to give the live stream a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. I am usually here 8 to 10 Eastern Standard Time, if not 9 to 11. 8 to 10 po yan ng umaga sa Pilipinas hanggang 9 to 11 ng umaga. That's Sunday to Friday. Wala po ako ng Saturday. I'm not here on Saturdays. And I usually try to do at least 90 minutes, and sometimes we tend to extend when people request us to keep talking. So maraming salamat pong muli. I hope you had a good day. Miss Kayak is in the house. Oh my goodness. I am touched, bestie. I don't have your Starbucks just yet. We have a private joke between Miss Kayak and I that we're passing each other our Starbucks. Miss Kayak. Yes, there was a YT glitch. So on the way home, hindi ko napansin. So it was very good. Ang reception ko was very good. Pero pagdating ko dito around 10 minutes ago, I noticed that YT was like blinking. So parang off on, off on. So I said, okay, I thought it was just one of my devices or could have been my internet. But then my YouTube that was streaming via my TV was okay. So sa TV wala pong problema, nagka-problema sa mga devices. So I think it was the wireless devices which were not connected to the network itself. So Steph Squares, welcome to the live stream. He says, hi, beautiful. Where are you chatting from? I know where the rest of the people in the room are. I always ask that to be able to frame the conversation. So again, welcome to the live stream. And of course, my laptop is asking me to reboot because it wants to install an update. I'm not happy about that. Anyway, so like I said, I am Pinay New Yorker. I live stream from New York City. I am a Filipina, so you will have to indulge me as I toggle between English and Tagalog. Pareho po yung ginagamit dito. When I speak Tagalog, you can be rest assured that I will soon translate that into English. And when I speak in English, I will soon translate that to Tagalog. So pareho po, I use both languages. Kaya sana wag niyo akong iiwan. Georgia Chavarria, how are you? Welcome. I still owe you subs. So Georgia Chavarria won 30 subs plus full watch when I did a drawing for my third birthday. So Pinay New Yorker has been a YouTube content creator for 3 years now. I was monetized in October of 2023. No. 2022. I actually started monetizing. I worked I started working towards my monetization. I'm going to pin it in a bit, George. I'm just rebooting. I started my monetization journey June 2022. I did my 4,000 watch hours in 2 months, and I did my 1,000 subs in 4. So mas nahihirapan po ako dun sa 1,000 subs. That was the big challenge, which was a complete reversal of my Take 5 NYC, which I am now working to monetize. I was not really a reversal, but it took me longer. And I think it took me almost 2 years to get the 1,000 subs. And I started working on the watch hours again maybe 6 weeks ago. I'm halfway done. So, yun po. Tip lang for those who are trying to load watch hours, wag nyo pong papanoorin ang sarili nyo pag naka-live kayo. So for example, I'm live right now. None of my devices are watching me. In fact, pag monetize na yung channel, I do not watch myself on the same Wi-Fi. So I will only watch my accounts if, let's say, I'm in a hotel, I'm in a conference place, or I am in a mall, and the Wi-Fi is different. Temilet is listening. Billy Greg Lyron. Alam ko to. Si, si kaibigang Billy Greg to. Good morning po. So, huwag niyong papanoorin ang sarili niyo habang naka-live kayo. At saka, kung pwede, huwag niyong panonoorin ang sarili niyo kung monetize na kayo kasi nasisilip yan ni Lolo. That's a ground for strike. Now, if you're trying to monetize yourself and hindi niyo talaga magawang hindi kayo manood, huwag niyong sasabayin at saka kung pwede, ibang Wi-Fi. Sa ibang Wi-Fi account nyo papanoorin. Remember, ang IP address is not hidden by private browsing or incognito browsing. Hindi po natatago ang IP, so masisilip pa rin po ni Lolo. Hindi man po kayo ma-strike, hindi po kakarga ang watch hours. So just a reminder to those who are trying to do that. George, I'm just finishing the update on the laptop. Every time I try to pin a link from the phone, I mess it up. So I am just trying to do things right. Let me just say hello to MBTV, who is on one of my devices. So for those of you who know me, I recommend 3 live streams which are concurrently running with me. Kasabay ko po sila. So nire-recommenda ko po si MBTV USA, Bonsayistang LUMPO, at saka si AnnggingFe Vlog, lalo na po dun sa mga kailangan magpalago ng channel. I am recommending these channels to those who are trying to grow their own homes, their own houses, because their live streams are geared towards helping content creators. Nagsisponsor po sila ng premieres. They do have membership support, and they do support new members and connect them to older or more established houses. So yan, you can find their links in my chat description, my live stream description rather. So let's try and grow the proper way and the faster way. So hindi naman po kailangan na forever yan. It will not take you forever to grow. So it's gotten colder in New York City. In fact, I'm a little chilly. I might put on my sweater in a bit. Lumalamig na po. So parang cold Baguio weather na kami dito. And thankfully, tumigil ang ulan today. So we had a nice day. Choco Lapitan, moving here. Tusok host. Maraming salamat, Choco. I didn't catch your premiere, but I will watch the replay. So I'm not too mobile today. Medyo, it was a heavy day at work. So parang hindi ako kasing, kasing liksi ng gusto ko. Miss Kayak, Pinay, New Yorker, support Chris upcoming. I cannot yet miss Kayak because I'm booting on other devices. But soon as I am rebooted on the laptop, there was an update that was pushed. And I have to say yes to that. Otherwise, my devices will not work right. So we will support in a bit. I'm still updating, but thank you for bringing that over. I do support premieres, but I cannot pull and will not pull the links. So if you can bring that over, sure, we will pin it as soon as we are able to. I just cannot touch the live stream because every time I try to do that, I get booted. So nabuboot po ang host. So as much as possible, I will do that on the laptop, which is still updating BIOS. No, 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 no. Why, Miss Kayak, do not apologize. I would have done that right away. It's just that it's still booting. So I don't know. Everything seems to be glitching today. So like I said, when I turned on the phone and I tried to go on MBTV's live stream, I was getting this blinking thing, and I thought it was my phone. And then when I went to a different device, the same thing happened. And then I saw MBTV repeated her live stream, so I said, something's up, because it seems to me that people are having a hard time, because I saw that MBTV actually re-entered and sort of came back on. So let's see if it will hold for the next couple of hours. Maraming salamat po muli, and don't forget to give the live stream a thumbs up and a like. I am logging on, and we will pin that link shortly. Hold on a second. So I hope you had a good day, or those who are in the Philippines, I hope you had a good start of the day. Like I said, mine has been a bit challenging, very tiring. So I come here really to unwind and relax. So it's a very freewheeling conversation. People participate, and we have a couple of regulars who I'm expecting to pop in anytime soon, and we always welcome them with open arms. So marami po tayong regulars from other countries. That's why I toggle between English and Tagalog. Kung Pilipino po naman, madali lang yan. Sunod-sunod lang ang ating usapan. Oh, wait. Wrong credentials. Why? I am being locked out of my own device. Why? Oh, caps lock maybe. Oh, I know why. Mali yung nilalagay kong password. With Sheng is here. Choco Lapitan. Thank you, host Sisi. Kamusta naman ang Macau, Choco? Dito sa New York, it's kinda colder. So medyo lumalamig na, and hindi na kami pwede, well, it's hard to go around without a jacket or a sweater. Okay lang, Choco. Ganyan naman kalakaran ng live stream. I know people will go in and out, and that's totally understandable. I do have some loyal followers who will stay from start to finish, and for that, I am grateful. You help my channel grow, and although, like I told them also yesterday, ang live stream, hindi talaga yan source of income for hosts unless may palipad, or you live stream for like 6 or 8 hours, which I don't do. I only do 2 hours at most. Well, 3. I've done 4. Kasi ayaw nila akong pa-log often. So but I am very gratified by the fact that the live stream has introduced me to a lot of people out there. I learn from you in the same way that you learn from me. So sometimes we talk about YouTubing, sometimes we talk about life, and you help lift me up, and you help me end my day on a brighter note. And I hope that I make the same difference in other people's lives. Hold on, I am finally in. Sometimes technology can be challenging, right? Minsan pagka masyadong, dati mas simple lang ang buhay. All you did on the computer was chat. Now you can live stream, you can create videos, you can interact with the entire world in real time, right? Hold on. So let me just shut. I don't need you. This is the one that I need. And then we are going to go to Miss Chris's. Choco says, medyo ulan ng ulan. Dito nag-umulan over the weekend up to yesterday, but then it dried up today. So, yan. Sandali. Let me just go back to YouTube, and then, yeah. Sipag ni Miss Kay. Miss Kayak is so busy. Miss Kayak, if you started live streaming, people will go to your live stream for sure. Hold on. And then let me go to my own live stream. I always try to view the chat on a bigger screen, kasi maraming pasaway na gustong magpabasa ng mga messages na hindi kaaya-aya, o hindi ba safe. So they try to make me look silly, or they try to make me put my foot in my mouth, which is like, okay, like I said, I don't time out, I boot. And I usually boot at least 1 or 2 people. The ones with the blue are all houses. I am trying to streamline that. I'm sorry, I'm in the Premiere. Kaya ayoko nagpi-Premiere. It's a little difficult keeping up with that when you're live streaming. But anyway, so like I said, yung mga naka-blue. Oh, thank you, Miss Kayak. I'm glad that you can hear. So those who are blue are houses, and I keep getting bugged by people who are not content creators to give them the blue, and I say, the blue is exclusive to those who have the ability to actually put down links. And so we try to keep that going there. So again, bakit ako naka-ads? Okay, this is not me. Oh, this is me. Okay. So thank you again and welcome to the New York live stream. So I am a New Yorker. I've been a New Yorker for the last 25 years. I am a Filipina. My channel is all about New York City and me being a Filipina in New York. My latest uploads are about an ongoing exhibition in Grand Central that will be on until October 19. So go and catch it if you're in the area. If not, I will bring you there through my uploads. I'm sorry, my lipstick is all over the place. So again, the Lipstick Fund needs help. Those who are so inclined, if you like what you see, if you're back here from a previous live stream, please do not ever hesitate to drop something and show some love to Pinay New Yorker. There's a dollar sign up there. Sometimes people just surprise me. Not required. You can stay. I'm happy about that. As long as you observe the rules and you are participating with respect towards everybody else. So bakit mabigat ang araw ni Pinay New Yorker? There's been an issue that's been brewing since Monday in my own private world. So that's the reason also why I try to pursue the live streaming, because like I said, it helps me reflect. Nakakapag-isip-isip ako, nakakapag-muni-muni ako. At the end of the live stream, I feel lighter, and you help me achieve that calm. You bring me to that place where I am able to end my day on a lighter note. So I think it's very important that we all try to achieve that sense of balance, diba? We're not just content creators, we're not just mothers, we're not just workers. We have to take care of ourselves too. So that's something that I am trying to espouse and push here. Kindness goes a long, long way, and you have to take care of yourself to be able to take care of others. We have had some very interesting conversations with people who just walk in, and for that, I am grateful. Each conversation is important, and I think we can pick up something from the conversations. At nagpapasalamat po ako kay Lolo kasi parang feeling niya napaka-safe ko kasi maraming pumapasok na mas bata. Although, marami ding pumapasok na pasaway, like I said. But apparently, I'm being thrown to younger content creators or younger watcher channels. So again, for those who come in as content creators, I have to warn you, not all of the people in my live streams are content creators. A lot of them are watcher channels. So wag sana pong pagsayangan ng connect. I don't want you to waste your data connecting to channels that will not return the sub, because those channels are not after subs. They are really just here to listen and to participate in the live stream. So I'm trying to slow down a little. I hope you're having a good morning wherever you are. And for those of you who are here with me on this side of the world, the evenings have gotten cooler. We're into fall now. Apat na seasons kami dito. We have winter, spring, summer, or fall as the song goes. We are in fall right now, which is autumn. Ito po yung panahon na medyo lumalamig pero wala pang yelo. So yesterday, one question that struck me and it kept coming back to me. May nagtanong sa akin, mahirap daw ba talaga ang buhay dito sa Amerika? Is life really difficult in the US? I get asked a lot about people wanting to come here, how they can find jobs or how they can settle. So the first bad news is the government has just imposed a $100,000 bond for people who are trying to get a working visa here. Hugoterong Bonsayista, maraming salamat po. Alam kong nandyan ka. So that's Papa Bons. So speaking of that bond, that is a very big puzzle to companies that do H-1B visas. Ang H-1B visa po ay yung tinatawag nating working visa. So that's a dilemma. Sino ba magbabayad yung 100,000 na yan? Yung bang empleyadong papasok o yung company na magka-hire? So it's not easy to get a job now. Even if you're an American and you're here, it's the economy is, I guess it's not at its best. So ayoko sabihin na masama ang ekonomiya. It's not at its best kasi there are people naman who are doing okay. RG Moam, welcome to the live stream. Good morning to all of my dearest friends, RG says. RG, I hope that you are feeling better. Good morning, and I hope you're taking medication, whatever is the matter with you. May sakit si RG. RG is from India. He's here every day, and we're happy to have him, and he hasn't been feeling well. So Archie, I hope you start feeling better. So like I said, we have people walking in from all over, so you just have to indulge me that I speak both in Tagalog and English. So people are trying to find jobs here, so the first difficulty is getting the job, and then getting the visa is the next hurdle. So even for those who are able to work here, it's not the best time. A lot of people are being laid off right now, especially in the government. MB Smart, na-stress ako. I know, I saw you online and I was trying to go online on my phone, right? And you were blinking like this. And then I said, is it my phone? So I went to one of the videos of MD168, ganun din. So I said, no, it's not. But my TV was working right. Right, Miss Kayak? Miss Kayak says, MB Smart, haha, agree. No, but that was what was happening. And then I said, okay, so that's strange. Because my TV, where I usually get the news from, is on YouTube, if not on Netflix or Amazon Prime. And it was fine. It was going straight. So I was watching a replay of Saksi. 'Di ba? Mamaya na yung yung si Kabayan Noli Boy. RJ Moan, health is not okay, Pinay, because of typhoid. Oh my goodness, I hope you get medication, antibiotics, and whatever else you need. Hugotero, kaya pala pumangit ka, Mama MB, dahil sa stress. Papa Bons, lagot ka. Miss Kayak, Pinay New Yorker, I refreshed my PC and it was fine. No, I restarted the phone, but it was the same. And then I had to check, was it my internet? So I have two connections that I use. I have a mobile Wi-Fi, which was off. And then I had my home network, which is Spectrum. That is not an endorsement or an ad. I'm just stating what I'm using. They don't pay me. So, and Spectrum was fine. I saw I was latched, I was connected, but everything was spinning. Everything was just spinning, spinning, spinning. And then if I went beyond the spin, it was flashing like this. So it was turning off and on, off and on, off and on. So I said, what gives? So I think it's finally over. And then the next time I went to MB, she was saying she had to restart. Miss Kayak 7C says, my internet service is ground fiber. So mine, I think, is just plain wireless. So they still have a router, but it's not the same kind of service as before. So anyway, we're glad everybody's back. So the live streams are on. Like I said, for content creators, I have 3 live streams that I recommend. These are MBTV USA, Bonsayistang Lumpo, and AnnggingFe Vlog. MB Smart, parang ayaw ko na nga sana mag-live. Wag naman, MB. A lot of people look for you when you're out. Maraming naghahanap sa'yo, natataranta sila pag wala ka. Kaya sabi ko sa'yo, maglagay ka ng announcement. Let's say kung may ganap ka. Because people do look for you. And like, they're always like waiting and hoping to get a slot in your premiere. So MBTV USA, MB Smart is sort of a second account for MB TV USA. And again, to those trying to grow channels, I recommend that you join that channel. Miss Kayak 7Cs is the better half of Kayak 7Cs. If you want to look at how well produced videos are, Kayak 7 Seas has a ton of them, and they are living proof that the success of a channel is not in the size of the subscribers. Right, Miss Kay? So Kayak 7 Seas, if I'm not mistaken, is still under 20,000, but when they do produce a video, no less than 100 people will go to their premieres, and they always get hundreds, if not over 1,000 or 2,000 views. MB Smart, parang ayaw ko nga sana mag-live. RG Mohan, when did I checking blood report but report typhoid? Okay, I don't understand. Miss Kayak, Pinay, New Yorker. Oh, you are so sweet. RG Mohan, please bless Pinay, my dear friend. I send you positive energy, RG, and I hope that you feel better. But you should stop talking here and just rest. Talking here and typing and being involved in the live stream is not going to help you get better. Like I told you yesterday, you have to take care of yourself. Otherwise, you are prolonging the agony. You will not get well. So stop and you go to sleep. And be smart. Naglalagay na nga ako ngayon sa community ko if I don't have live. Very good. Because like I said, people look for you. You don't believe that people look for you. People really look for you. So MB Smart sometimes is not able to go live for one reason or the other. And I'm telling her that people do look for her. And they're waiting for her to go live. Hugoterong Bonsayista says, na-restart ko na nga lahat ng gadgets kanina, Mama MB. Wala talaga. Muntik na ako gumawa na lang ng bonsai kanina. Kasi hindi rin ako nakapasok sa mga live. Miss Kayak, Pinay New Yorker, gain and grow your channel organically and you will be fine. No rush. Take time with your royal viewers. I so believe that, and I keep telling people, please do not boost. So I have a young channel. I think he's at 4,000 subs. So he does very long vids about charities, I'd say it's not a charity vlog channel per se, but he does these stories and he gets a lot of views. I don't think he's earning well. So I said, see, the problem is I think he got boosted for the first 1,000. So there is a warning from YouTube about that because you don't know where those accounts come from and what those accounts are niched at. So, baka ang pinapanood niyan mga pusa, tapos ang ginagawa nyo, pagluluto. Parang maguguluhan si algorithm, hindi kayo itatapon dun kasi hindi naman yun ang ginagawa nyo. So, you really have to go organic. RG Mohan says, thanks, Pinay. RG Mohan, MB Smart, good morning. MB Smart says, Sugoterang Bonsayista, talagang nangyari din sa'yo. I swear, I saw it happening. I couldn't get on any of your live streams. So, the glitch was, I think, everywhere. So, it has to be from YouTube itself. Nikki Nix 26, hello, my brother, love you. RG Moham 2166 says, please like and subscribe. RG, I told you, you need vids. These houses are content creators and they will not attach if they see you're not a real channel. Salomo Sadi says, hi, where are you chatting from, Salomo Sadi? Welcome to the live stream. Wait, I promised George Echeverria that I will pin what he had brought down, which of course I have already lost. Here, okay, so let's replace the pen. There you go. Please give our friend George Echeverria's latest video some love. Hugotero says, before ako pumasok sa'yo kanina, something error na ang nababasa ko, Mama MB. Yeah, it was saying the video is not available or there was an error. So it was sort of like an di ba parang exclamation point. It wasn't going anywhere. And if it did go anywhere, it just kept spinning and spinning and spinning. For those who just went in, please don't forget to give the live stream a thumbs up. Nikki, may message kita mamaya para sa kuya mo. Sabihin mo dagdagan lang niya sana. I will message you. Thank you so much. So like I said, it's been a rather heavy day. So I was planning to do a premiere tonight, but I said maybe I'll just postpone till tomorrow. I did put the 32-minute video of the concert in Grand Central up. So it's already available for those interested in jazz music. It was a very fantastic performance of a trio. They are not officially together as a band, but they are virtuosos in their own right, in their own field. So may saxophonist, pianist, at saka bassist. Yard Food says, hi friend, John. Beautiful Chinese woman. I'm sorry I'm not Chinese. I am a Filipina. The Pinay in my name says I am from the Philippines. Pinay is slang for Filipina as Yankee is slang for American. I am a New Yorker. I've been a New Yorker for the last 25 years. Welcome to the live stream, John. Where are you chatting from? If you're looking for a beautiful Chinese woman, you're in the wrong live stream. RG Mohan, please, Pinay, if you have feelings a good friend and you can give a blue, please, I promise. I cannot. I'm sorry, RG. If I do that, I'm going to have to give everybody else who asked, who is not a correct, a proper channel, a blue. And I just have to be fair. It's the same with those who are trying to ask me to say a certain number. So I cannot do that because I would feel bad for the people who asked me before. And if I do that for anybody else, that's going to be unfair. Kelly Robinson, hello, how are you? I'm doing good, Kelly. How are you doing and where are you chatting from? I am a Filipina in New York City, so I am chatting from New York. Just need to know the state. You don't need to give me your complete street address. Please don't forget to give the live stream a like. RG, I said go and rest. I'm not in a good mood today. I'm trying to be in a good mood. So I am sorry, I'm not going to give the blue. So the promise for the blue is only for houses, real houses. And I've already told you how you can be a real house, but you're not working on your channel. So that's a thing. That is a thing, yes. Hold on. Kelly, where are you chatting from? Hold on. So Kelly is a watcher channel also. Welcome. Half my audience is usually watcher channels. Kelly Robinson says, I'm from Northern Ireland. Oh, I remember now you were here. You gave me the distinction between Ireland and Northern Ireland. And we were able to, you gave me something new. I learned something new when we had that conversation. I remember I watched your live stream last week and loved it. So I'm happy to catch another one. Did you do anything fun today? Um, I'm sorry to disappoint. Today was a rather heavy day for me. But like I said at the start of the live stream, doing this, talking to people like you and engaging the crowd that goes into the live stream actually helps lift up my spirits. So the most exciting thing I think I did today was I met up with some friends in the office and we laughed about, when work gets a little heavy, you like to find people who can laugh with you and at you. I'm one person who does not hesitate to laugh at myself. I poke fun at myself. So I think sadly that was the highlight of my day. It was busy, so I wasn't able to go down to Grand Central and watch some of the performances. There are performances up to the 19th of October, and we have some fantastic musicians performing in the middle of Grand Central. If you go to my channel, you'll catch one 13-minute video of 3 songs that the trio of music virtuosos did from Juilliard School. Juilliard is the prime performing arts college in New York City. RG Moan. Okay, Pinay, goodbye. Bye, RG. Thank you so much. Again, welcome to the live stream. Take care, RG. You take care. I know you're not feeling well. You really need to rest, especially if you have typhoid fever. You need your antibiotics. I don't know if you need shots, but you need to get serious medical attention. So we need to take care of ourselves. Like I always say, it's very important. And part of me taking care of me is being here. So there are days when I actually ask myself, do I really want to go live? Do I have the energy to start talking and keep talking for the next 2 hours? But I feed off of the energy of the people who are here. Yesterday, we had a very interesting conversation about different topics. And we came down to this sort of decision, no more topics. Every time I try to do a topic, we always end up doing something else or talking about something else. And I have found that the conversations are more dynamic without a topic. So today, my thumbnail just says it's a very different kind of live stream. And a lot of people find that surprising. I have people who will come in and say, so what's the topic today? And I guess they get surprised when I say no topic. Hindi po tayo nagta-topic dito kasi tumatalon-talon po ang topic natin. Sometimes I do talk about YouTubing, I talk about life, I talk about smaller channels. That is a passion of mine because 3 years ago I became monetized. So I'm a very young YouTuber at 12,600. I am still a very small channel, believe me. And like I said, Kayak 7 Seas, who was just here, is living proof, excuse me, that the success of a channel is not based on the size of the house. So it's not the number of subscribers that you have, but it's the kind of channel that you have and your reach. Kelly says, I think friends are important for when days are heavy. Having a laugh and socializing sometimes lightens a dark day. I'm glad you were able to socialize with others today. Oh, I really try. So for lunch, I decided I was going to sort of hibernate. I am in a building shared by many companies, and the building is big enough that they have their own lounge for tenants only. So you have to show your ID to sort of get in there. It's sort of like a club atmosphere, but very, very corporate. So I had my lunch there. I just sat and it had a window towards the street, and I just watched traffic go by. And I guess that sort of helped me to recalibrate. Money matters. Why is your background the place the kill bad Asians in John Wick? This is one of the most beautiful places in New York City. It is Bethesda Terrace and Fountain in Central Park. So John Wick is not the only movie that's been made here. They also did that kidnap movie with Mel Gibson. I think it was Ransom. But there are also a lot of other movies that was shot here that were romantic comedies. So it is a very, very special place to me. It's one of the places I always try to visit, even if it's deep in Central Park. And I was there last weekend, so of course I visited. If you go to my channel, you'll see a lot of shorts about it. It's just breathtaking. And sometimes when you see places like this standing the test of time, it reminds you that these buildings will be around even when we are gone. Money Matters says, yes, you are right. Money Matters, where are you chatting from? Ryan654, can you say me so? I already said it. So, Ryan, where are you chatting from? I always ask that of my live streamers, and those who hesitate, I tell them maybe you should go to the next live stream. It's my way of also gauging the audience out there. So maraming salamat po doon sa mga bagong pasok. Please make sure that you give the live stream a thumbs up. You'll have to indulge me. I do this in both English and Tagalog. I am a Filipina live streaming from New York City. Please observe the rules of the house. We do observe courtesy and kindness. No flooding, and please show respect to the host and all of those in the live stream. I do not time out. I boot. So even if you're nice to me, but if you start harassing one of my participants in the live stream, I will have to break up with you permanently. Money Matters says, and abandon Abercrombie and Fitch. They're no longer Abercrombie and Fitch. They're now just Abercrombie. I don't know what happened to Fitch. It's been a couple of years. Hugo Terong Bonsayista. Yan, marami na naman silang pumapasok. Please don't forget to give us a like. And again, to those who are new to the live stream, I have people who come back, so I just want to find out where you're chatting from. Kelly Robinson says, I would love to go to New York someday. I've seen the large pizza slices on social media and get so jealous that I can't have it. Well, Kelly, to be frank with you, that is something that is part of the New York experience. And although Chicago will say that their deep dish pizza bests New York's, I beg to differ. I mean, not just because I live in New York, but because I've tried both. I am technically an outsider. I moved to the US just 25 years ago. So in a sense, it's sort of an outsider's point of view, but yes. And if you noticed, we fold our pizza. So that's how we eat it. We fold our pizza and then, yeah, but it is very good. And I'm not going to recommend any specific pizzeria or Italian restaurant. There are many that you can visit, and you'd be surprised. Even those that sell 99 cents per slice or those that will sell a soda and a slice of pizza, or two slices for $5. Those are authentic New York pizzas, and a lot of them get people lining up, and it's something that we New Yorkers also do a lot. El Mangru, welcome from Trinidad and Tobago is in the house. So I have Northern Ireland, I have Trinidad and Tobago, I have the Philippines, and can the other people who came in please raise their hands and let me know where they are chatting from. Again, not asking for exact addresses. If you're in the United States, I just want to know which state you're from. It also is very heartening for me to find out which parts of the world are coming in. Michi Manalo, good morning. Maraming salamat po sa pagpasok. Kala ko nakalimutan nyo na ako. Drama ko lang yan. I'm just, I'm chiding Michi Manalo because I said I thought she wasn't going to come, but they are here. It's okay, Michi. Maraming salamat po. Kelly Robinson, you're very international in this live stream. Kelly, that's something that I really enjoy. And I tell my fellow Filipinos if they can please indulge me. But I have both segments are very important to me. The Filipinos and those who come from all walks of life who do not speak the language. I mean, I don't have hundreds in the live stream, which is the way I like it. Otherwise, I can't read your messages, right? It would be nice to have the live stream go, but a lot of live streams actually subsist on people going in and out. So it's not always the same crowd, but I'm very heartened too that I have a select few who will stay from start to finish. And people like you who come back, you might not be here every day. El Mangru is here almost every day, and they're from Trinidad and Tobago. He's from Trinidad and Tobago, but he always will just pop in. I have a young lady who is autistic, but who is a content creator, who will come in and just say hello. She won't say anything else, but she will say hello, and that makes my day. So this whole thing of live streaming, like I said yesterday, is a two-way street. I may lift you up, but you are also lifting me up. So, it's always nice to see a different perspective. Like, hey, what's happening in Northern Ireland? It's late there, though, right? It's past midnight, correct? We do have friends from the UK. We had one or two gentlemen who would pop in. They'll say hello, and then they'll be in the background, and they'll say goodbye. So that's fine by me. And again, I like the way that I learn from all of you. Like Kelly taught me. I had heard it once before, but I wasn't paying attention. Northern Ireland is not the same as Ireland. So I've been to Ireland. Kelly Robinson says, wait, Michi Manalo says trash day. She's chasing after the dump trucks. Kelly Robinson says, just love how you are so kind towards your viewers. You spread positivity. It's 2:05 a.m. here in Northern Ireland. Oh my God. Kelly, get some sleep. No, but thank you on really thank you. Like I say, that's why I consider it a different kind of live stream. A lot of people would encourage, like, they're just focused on content creators and connecting content creators and helping them grow their channel by watching their vids. But I have found a different focus, which is part of the audience of the live stream. That's why I say it's a different kind of live stream. So I can sing, but you will not hear me sing here. Some live streams do that. Some live streams will do like games. Too much effort, if you ask me. Some live streams will do premieres, like my friends, the ones that I recommend to content creators. I recommend them because I cannot help. Well, I help in my own little way here, but not the same way that they can help them in their content creator focused live streams. So here we talk about life. We talk about getting older. We talk about, what's up out there. But again, I don't want to become political or religious. I try not to preach. So somebody was asking me about what's happening in the Philippines. There's a very big scandal there of corruption. And I just simply said, I'd rather not discuss. I have my own opinions. But, when you get political or you get racially curious, that's how I would say it. you tend to become emotional about it, and people will end up fighting. One time somebody came in and said, Israel or Palestine. I said, I am not taking sides. I think they're both wrong. So too many people have died. So I think they're both wrong. And like I always say, whether you're MAGA, anti-MAGA, you're left, you're right, you're LGBTQ plus, or you're anti-LGBTQ plus, whatever your belief is, as long as you respect the people in the conversation in the house, we will respect what you stand for. So I just want to keep talking. No, I like the conversations. And you'd be surprised at how just talking here and being with this group or being asked certain questions helps me reflect on my own, I'd say, questions that are racing through my head. So that's why I call it a different kind of live stream. It's not exactly a talk show. I don't want to call it that. I mean, it's a very small group, but it is something that I've come to like doing. I didn't realize I would like this. I've only been doing this for almost 5 months. So I didn't realize I would really like it, and that I would find joy in it. So that's also something I'm trying to push people to find more of. Hindi mahirap maghanap ng ikaliligaya nyo. It's not difficult to look for something that will make you happy or you'll find joy in. So me, I like this. So for people who come in and try to make a mess of what I find joy in, I say I'm sorry, but we have to break up permanently. I'm booting you. So that's how it goes, right? I mean, we can't please everybody. Kelly says, I think people have forgotten to have a normal, fun conversation without bringing in morals or politics all the time. I so agree. Sometimes it is necessary, but other times it is not. I appreciate your stance on it. See, Kelly, my thing is you want to have those conversations. There are hundreds of live streams running side by side with mine. If you put the topic and you put live, you will find someone who will be railing against the government, world peace, or whatever, fossil, fossil fuels, etc., etc., how the big powers are taking advantage of the little people. That's not me. I talk about life. I talk about lipstick. And then I indulge my countrymen who always insist I look like this certain actress who's also a little healthy on the chubby side. And I keep saying she's very pretty. Ang ganda-ganda niya. She is just so beautiful. But thank you for thinking I look like her. And sometimes we just laugh about it. So it doesn't take a lot for a conversation to be had. But you have to always remember a conversation is two-way. So it can't just be me talking and then not listening. Although that happens when I see that there's zero people in the house and I'm waiting for someone to come in. Pag nag-aantay ho ako ng papasok, just indulge me, Kelly. Pag aantay ako ng papasok tapos walang tao, yada lang ako ng yada dito. So minsan doon, nahihirapan na ako maghugot. So sometimes it's difficult for me to pull topics when that happens. And then if the crowd is just not there or there's no conversation happening, I just end it at 90 minutes. So, I just try and I charge that to experience. So I've given up Saturdays only because the crowd is different on Saturdays. Hi, Karina. Welcome to the live stream. Lapag ka, ipipin kita. Karina is one of our friends from the other side of the coast. Karina Charm says, may new upload na po ako. Drop it and I will pin it. Kelly says, yes, like I just want a place to escape from that type of news, and you're one of those people who are fun and just have a nicely flowing conversation. I'm curious what actress you are referring to. It's a Filipina actress named Marjorie Barreto. She's very beautiful. And if you ask me, I don't really look like her. But they think because I have a round face like she does, and she's very pretty. She's around my age too. She's in her 50s. Karina Charm, kamusta na po kayo? I'm doing well, Karina. Hold on a second. We are going to pin that. Karina is somebody who's trying to grow her channel. So for those who are in the house, please give her some love. And I will play you, Karina, on a different screen. Just give me a second. Welcome. Consistent uploads, Karina. It's very important. So try to upload once a week at least. Try to do shorts from the same upload so that people will keep coming back. So I have this running short of it's called caught on camera. So some people find this creepy. I take videos of people who are taking videos in Grand Central. So Grand Central has this celestial ceiling. It's like it really is something to behold. And I take videos of people like looking up like that or taking videos, pictures while in Grand Central. And although people find that creepy, I find that fascinating. I am just generally fascinated by people being fascinated by Grand Central. Hold on a second. Let me just pin Karina here. Let us give Karina some love. Hold on a second. Oh, tumambay ka doon. Kelly Robinson. Marjorie Barreto. Yes. Are you sure you're not Filipino? You got her name perfectly right. Yeah, I don't think I look like her, but I find her she's one of several sisters who are considered some of the most beautiful women in the country, but they're very controversial because they always fight with each other. I mean, they're not a very strong family, unlike the Kardashians. No matter what you say about the Kardashians, they're like sisters. They go out together, and you see them as a family unit. So that's one solid if you ask me, that's something I'm not a big fan of theirs, but that's something I admire in that family. So anyway, Karina playing Kali US weekend vlog. Ano yung title mo? Weekly grocery plus Asian store. I got vaccinated and shopping haul. Ang dami. Hindi mo na lang nilagay ng my day, tapos ilagay mo sa description yung lahat. But that's perfect. Okay, hold on. The problem with YouTube right now is it's been glitching. May thumbnail ka? Meron naman siguro, no? Okay, there you go. El Mangru, impressive ceiling. I love this place, I cannot go there enough. I never tire of going there. And the problem is it's in the middle. So I usually enter from the downtown side, which is on 59th. And this is somewhere in the 70s or 80s. So imagine I have to walk 20 blocks within the park, and I usually get lost. And I'm also a postcard collector. So I have postcards of this place when it was built early 1900s. So I have postcards from 1906, 1907, 1905 that shows it as it is. And it's so amazing. It's still there. And it just takes a little it's a little more difficult to find than the scenes from Home Alone, where the woman was feeding the pigeons. That one is on the outer rim. So that's very easy to find. But this one, you really have to walk to find it. And it has a gorgeous, gorgeous fountain. Hold on a second. Let me just try to see. Do I have a picture of the fountain? This one. Yeah. There you go. I can sit there all day. I just needed to leave, so I couldn't stay up. Kelly Robinson, I looked up Filipino actress Marjorie, and Marjorie Barreto came up, so I assumed it was her. I actually do see the resemblance a bit. You're both pretty. She's very beautiful. She has some lovely children, one of whom is a famous actress in the Philippines now. Hugo Terong Bonsayista, Jorge Dan Dikit. Jorge is on this side. I'm trying to remember. Is he in Florida? He's in one of the states in the United States. But he was here and he won 30 subs with full watch. So I still owe him 20. Because when I give away subs, I will watch a vid to make sure the sub that I give you will attach. And I don't want to say I have 100. I have close to 100 accounts. And for those of you who are trying to create or watch again, I don't know if you'd noticed, but Lolo has been, we call YouTube Lolo, which is grandpa. So YouTube has been asking for age verification now, and also it asks for country of residence to be specified. So I think this is part of the security checks that YouTube is trying to implement to protect all of us. So I encourage everybody to do their due diligence insofar as making sure that you are identified for the country that you're watching from. And I think that helps them tailor fit the ads also. And if you can verify your age, they have a way where you can just take a picture and they have a verifying software just to be sure that you're not a kid. Karina Charm, yes, kamukha ni host si Marjorie. Stop. Karina Charm, di ko lang masabi noon pa. Araw-araw yan may nagsasabi. Sabi ko, fan ako. I like her. I find her facial features very soft. Unlike her sisters, they're prettier than her. Believe me, there are prettier sisters than this one. But their features are kind of stronger. Kelly Robinson says, I know nothing about Filipino television or celebrities. I wish I knew more. Do you still watch movies or series from your country and stay up to date with celebrity news? I am up to date, not just with celebrity news. I am up to date even with political news. And yes, some of our series are available on Netflix here in the United States. And our movies also show. So we also have cable channels which are Filipino specific, but Netflix and Amazon Prime keep me very happy. So I'm good with that. I let go of my cable. I do streaming only now. El Mangru, I saw that last night. Wish it was my private window, right? I mean, and then there's this guy who's playing a Chinese instrument. And if you go to my channel, you'll hear one of his pieces. Oh my goodness. And sometimes there are singers who busk. We call it busking when they perform in the streets. They sort of have this, they have a schedule for this spot. And it's just so magical. You're going around and you're walking through this enclosed, discovered space to go out to the fountain. And you hear this beautiful music all around you. So that's something I love about New York. A lot of our musicians are actually professional musicians. There is a group of them, they call them Music Under New York. So you have to register and then you can request for a space or a spot and you can put outlets, a can or your guitar case can be open. They earn good money. There was even a time it was a string quartet, the kind of quartet that you hire for a wedding. Oh my goodness, they just position themselves on a heavy traffic corridor. People were giving like crazy. And now, the funny thing is with Venmo, Zelle, Cash App, and all those other ways to pay electronically, they have their QR codes ready. So if you don't have the cash, you have no excuse. You can take a photo and give it through your phone. So we have all of that here. And again, for those who haven't visited New York City, this is one place that you should really visit. Uh, Karina Charm, lalo sa fashion style and makeup. Kelly Robinson, I'm actually thinking about doing that as well. I pay for Netflix, Disney Plus, and Amazon Prime, and I wonder why I even pay for the TV. Also, just curious, how many languages do you speak? I only speak two, which is Filipino and English, but I did study Spanish for a total of 6 semesters. So in high school, I went to a school where the elective language was Spanish. Then I went to law school. So at the time, we were required to do 4 semesters of Spanish because our earlier decisions in the early 30s, 40s, and 50s were written in Spanish. So if you wanted to go to law school, you had to have a Spanish language background. So the problem is that Spanish we study is the formal Spanish. It's not the same as the one that's spoken in the streets. It's a more formal way to write and to speak. But I can read, but I if you talk to me, I have a hard time. Yes, so that's what we do. But for the cable, my suggestion is you think about it this way. So for example, I only have so many hours in a day that I can really watch. I used to have cable because my son loved basketball, and the cable networks here in the States have sort of an agreement with their local channels. So what happens is you can watch on local TV, on cable TV, you can watch other games, but not the game of your home team. To watch your home team, you have to get the special cable channel, which was like another $100. Ouch. So when my son left for college, I said, I only have so many hours to watch, and I had so many streaming services. I had Hulu, Stars, I also had Netflix, Amazon Prime. I have Apple because all my devices are Apple. So I do have Apple TV and Apple Movie. And come on, even if I stay home all weekend, that's 48 hours, but I have to sleep, right? So Around 2 years ago, I gave up cable, but I still have the internet. And I had to keep the phone because the phone, it was more expensive without the phone. So I do have internet phone. And now I'm paying more or less a hundred something only. Kelly Robinson. Oh, this message is held for review. Oh my goodness, Renee. I'm so sad, but I'm sorry. I don't think it's working out. We're going to break up now. Okay, so Renee is going to go. Hold on. What did I delete? Philippine Aviation. I'm sorry, Philippine Aviation. I accidentally turned you off. Hold on. Babalik kita. What did I do with... Hi, Philippine Aviation. Welcome to the live stream. I'm sorry. I think I put you off. Sandali. Oh, I know you. Welcome to the live stream. Natanggal ba kita? O si Philippine... Hold on. Did I hide you by mistake? Hold on. No, I did not. Welcome to the live stream. Kelly says, I'm so amazed by anyone who can confidently speak more than one language. I've tried learning French. Oh my goodness, I tried French too. Didn't quite succeed. And Italian, and I'm still not good after years. I actually tried Italian just this summer because I wanted to go to Italy. I have cousins there. So I was planning to bring my son, but his schedule, my schedule, and work did not jibe. So we decided to go to visit one of the national park. No, we visited 3 national parks on the west coast. It was cheaper and we were able to do it in like 5 days. So I tried to learn Italian, of course. I have Audible, so I also tried it there, but it didn't quite work. Philippines Aviation says, I'm going to Legazpi City. Okay. Philippine Aviation, bakit dumidikit ka dun sa Renee as for you? Ikaw ba yon? I don't think that's you, right? Kelly Robbins says, sorry I sent my message too early. Karina Charm, dinner muna ako host. Kain po. Go ahead, Karina, and enjoy your dinner. No technology. My son and I have that rule. If we're eating together, I always tell him, you cannot touch your phone. This is the only time that we're supposed to be able to sit down and have a meal together. He'll browse, but he puts it down. That's always been a rule for us, yeah, ever since he was a teen. Philippines Aviation, magsalita ka nga. There's something wrong. Ang tinago ko was Renee S for you. Bakit pati ikaw? I don't think so, right? Are you here? Philippine Aviation, are you here? Remove a standard. Yeah, no, you're a standard moderator. Okay. Anyway, say something. I just want to know that you're here, Philippine Aviation. There you go. I think I accidentally did it. Life in North Carolina. Thumbs-up, sis po. Where in North Carolina, kababayan? The company I work for has an office there. Actually, we have a campus there. Kelly, I keep doing it. Sorry, I can't roll my R's, so I had to stop learning Italian. My family is a bit Italian, but it's like my great grandma, so I'm not actually Italian. What language would you love to learn? French. I actually tried French before. I was a Francophile way back. I visited Paris twice, 2004, 2005. I haven't been back since, which really breaks my heart. But I even had a website called Pinay Francophile. So I stuck with Pinay New Yorker. I kind of had to let that go because the passion slipped. Life in North Carolina. Hello from Greensboro, North Carolina. Welcome to the live stream. Maraming salamat po sa pagdaan. Please don't forget to give the live stream a like. And like I said, hold on a sec. Bakit tumigil ang aking... Hold on. Go to channel ko sana kayo. Sandali. I can't seem to... Hold on. Let me just reload. What is happening with YouTube today? It was really glitching earlier. When we all tried to go... when we all tried to go online. Sandali lang, kababayan. Okay, I'm going to give you the blue. The blue which everybody wants, but I said only for real channels. I cannot indulge people just like that. Hold a sec. Sandali. I will connect later, okay? Hold on. There you go. Oy, mali. I replaced pinned message. I meant to make you moderator. There you go. Maraming salamat po sa pagdaan. Thank you so much for being here. Please don't forget to give our live stream a thumbs up. Kelly says, I have been learning French since I was 15 and I can only barely hold a conversation because I didn't take it seriously enough. But my brother who refuses to learn French is going to France next month. I think you mentioned that. And oh my God, isn't that so ironic? You'd think, right, that you're the one who would be going to France. Life in North Carolina, money na ba to? Or do you need help? I'm asking because we try to help younger channels. I have three channels that I recommend, especially for those trying to grow. You can go to MBTV USA, she's live right now, or BONSAYISTANG LUMPO, or AnnggingFe vlog. But this is your husband's channel? May afam ka, I'm kidding. No, you're lucky to have a family like this beautiful. Okay. Ayan. No, but the reason I'm asking is if you're monetized, is like I say, we try to help people. Hold a sec. Hold a sec. Let me just check something out. If you are not monetized yet, how far from the 4,000 watch hours are you? Parang wala. Hindi ka nagva-vertical. Hindi ka nag-horizontal vid. That's actually very important. Oh, you are not yet. How long? How long to go for the 4,000? Joseph Fields from Texas. Thanks for the support. Thank you so much for stopping by too. I stopped over at Joseph Fields earlier. Kelly Robinson says, I'm not sure if I already asked last live stream, but who outside of New York would you like, where outside of New York would you like to go in America? No, you didn't ask me. I think you asked me where I would want to go outside of the United States. But in America, I want to go back to Florida. So I haven't been there in over 10 years. And we used to go there when my son was younger. I love going to Disney World and Universal Studios, and I think a lot has changed since. So I haven't been. So the good news is my ex-boss now lives there and has a house there. So I have an open invitation, so I just might visit. Joseph says, MMLSO, everyone. Philippines Aviation says, I have an alt account. It's Philippines Bus Spotting 8998. Pasok ka dito as Philippines Bus Spotting. Joseph Fields says hello again. Okay, life in Northern Carolina was asking how much more sa watch hours. And Philippines Aviation, gaano pa tayo kalayo from being monetized? What language would I love to learn is French. Philippines Aviation says, my van smells like udo. I don't know why we're talking about that, Philippines Aviation. Life in Northern Carolina, Amazing Monroe is in the house. Amazing Monroe, welcome to the live stream. Salamat host po. And Philippine Bus Spotting says he's here. Welcome to the live stream. Joseph Fields, is this this is a different account from your actual account, right? Because I think I already gave you the blue. I gave you moderator already. And Philippine Bus Spotting, alin na dito monetized? Have you been able to monetize either one? Once. It's a watcher's channel. Thank you. Welcome to the live stream. Maraming salamat po. Everyone who's here, I hope that you've already given the live stream a thumbs up. And to those trying to grow their channels, please do tell us what you need. I know you said it's your second account. Thank you so much, Philippine Bus Spotting. Kelly Robinson's, oh, I would love to go to Universal Studios. Did you love Disneyland, Florida? I bet that was really fun. Disneyland is the California. Disney World is the Orlando. And I would love to come back. Hola, hola. Marie Sala says, hello, hola, host. Philippines Bus Spotting says, I am going to post on this account. Good luck. And Mitch Manalo is in the house. Thank you so much and welcome to the live stream. Wait, I had Karina pinned. I'm sorry, I mistakenly pinned our new friend here and I unpinned Karina. Karina, where is your new upload? Hold on. Ooh, I lost you. Naglapag si Karina. Karina is trying to grow her channel. She already has over 1,000 subs, but she still needs the, excuse me, 4,000 watch hours. And it's not easy to grow a channel, really. So you really have to work on it, right? So maraming salamat. Mitch Manalo, dumaan na ba ang ating mamang friends? So thank you so much for being here. And like I said, today was not a very upbeat day at work, but you know, we try to find our joy wherever we can find it. And we just try to, I'd like to think that I left whatever negative feelings I had outside the door. So, you know, I said, okay, I'm going to live stream. I ate my dinner and then I created the thumbnail and let's see who comes in. And we have Northern Ireland in the house. El Mangru is in the background. I have Mitch Manalo in the background waiting for our friend. And I have Marine in the house now. So maraming salamat. And I think people got curious when I said it's a different kind of live stream. And I had people who live stream regularly come in the first part. Philippines Bus Spotting says, I don't use this account that much, but Philippine Aviation is the most used account of mine. Very good, Philippine Bus Spotting. My only suggestion is you stick with the one you're trying to grow. You do the ninja when you've already established a house. So for example, I don't do ninjas. I only use one account when I go around unless I want to help boost the viewership of a premiere. Perhaps I will watch the premiere on 2 or 3 accounts. So I do have other accounts that I have been growing and continue to grow. But everywhere else you will find me as Pinay New Yorker. So I've had this name for over 20 years. And I started as a blog. So my blog is pinaynewyorker.com. You just have to look for it online and you will find it. I am hoping to write a new post. It's been a month since I last updated. Writing is really my passion. So being on YouTube is sort of a later development. I've only been doing this for 3 years. So the problem is I do have a day job. Life gets in the way and I end up working on other things. So as much as I want to concentrate and focus on my efforts on growing my channel, there are so many distractions. And right now, for example, last night I said, I can be spending these 2 hours editing shorts and shorts are a source of income for me, but it's something I enjoy and it's something I like doing. Philippines Bus Spotting says, if only there was jeepney in New York, it will not work here because we are very conscious of pollution. And, you know, that's a diesel run engine. And even if it was electronic, it's just going to cause traffic. We don't do jeepneys. We have our huge buses. So for certain routes, yung double ang haba. We have buses that are double the length. But as it is, our main buses are actually huge. Malalaki sila. So, yan ang kalakaran dito. Jeepneys will not work. In fact, there are taxi regulations that allow certain taxis on a certain portion of the street lang. So, they're very streamlined here when it comes to that. And they are currently imposing congestion pricing. Meaning, pagpapasok ka, iba yung toll mo. If you go during peak hours, you are charged a higher fee. So it's expensive. And at the start, people were complaining, but hey, what do you do if it's already here, right? So anyway, that's New York for you. So no, I don't think we will ever have that. And Philippine Bus Spotting says, my van is dirty. Then you have to clean it, Philippines Bus Spotting. Kung marwe, kailangan linisin. O, diba? So anyway, like I said, we're trying to help other channels grow. If you have a request for either more subs or more watch hours, please make sure you find the post in my community and post what you need there so that I can be reminded how I can help or how we can have our friends help you. Kevin, Here Metal Loves You. I'm processing that. I'm sorry. At this time of the night, my brain isn't functioning fully optimal. So if you say hair metal loves me, then thank you. I'm not too sure. Again, for those who just entered the live stream, please make sure you hit up the like button. If not, if you're using a smartphone, you can double tap and it will still give me the like. That would be most appreciated. Let's make sure that we observe the rules of the house. Courtesy and kindness, please. No flooding. And please show respect to the host and all the members of the live stream. If you show any aggression, I'm sorry, but we will have to break up permanently. And I already broke up with somebody today. You will be booted. I don't do timeouts, I only boot. And for those who are in blue, please do not boot anybody out. That is a privilege reserved for me. So, thank you. So, maraming salamat po sa lahat na nandyan. I see 9 people in the house. Thank you for being here and being with me. I do these live streams primarily because it helps me unwind. I work during the day, so when I sit here, it's my way to sort of level off. It's my way to calm any anxiety out. Parang ito po yung pangpakalma ko. So pagka may pasaway, if there are people who are here to agitate, I don't have time to argue and I don't have time to figure you out. Philippines bus spotting is seatbelt needed on seatbelts are needed everywhere in the Philippines but not in New York. If you're driving a vehicle, you need a seatbelt. And even the child at the back needs a seatbelt. But the bus, no. And the taxi, that's up to you. Uh, so it's an off and on kind of thing. So like I said, I have a new upload for those who love jazz. You'll see the first installment and the full video of a jazz trio that I caught in Grand Central. There is a special art installation in Grand Central up to October 19. So yung performance po nung tatlong nag-perform, I have a 13-minute video running right now, plus the 32-minute full video. And then you can come back for the smaller installments at a later time. I'm also going to come out with my latest caught on camera in Grand Central series of shots. So I really I get fascinated watching all these people. Manghang-mangha sila sa Grand Central. And sa totoo lang naman, when you go to Grand Central, the truth of the matter is, if you see it, especially the first time, you will really be awed. It's really awesome, awe-inspiring, and it will just take your breath away. Hugotero is here. Philippine bus spotting. Did you eat Jollibee before? Yeah, I ordered Jollibee, I think, a month ago when my son was in the office. And they're actually opening a new branch across from where I work. So that's Prime Real Estate. They've had that space for over a year. 2 taon na yata. And they've always had it emblazoned, coming soon, Jollibee. They promised to be here last year. It didn't happen, but I think they're about to open because the facade already has the logo. So that's just a hop, skip, and a jump away from me. So that's going to be a challenge because now I don't have to even order for food delivery. I just have to walk across the street and right there. So I have to say I'm very impressed with Jollibee. They've really done very good. They've made very good investment decisions. Although lahat ng pwesto nila sa Manhattan, mamahaling mga places yan, mga primera klase. So they have a spot like where the equivalent of BGC, di ba? Yung gitnang, ano doon, yung gitnang parang open area. So they have a spot in a space like that. They have one in Times Square. They actually have two in Times Square. One is further out. Then they're now opening one near Grand Central. And then they have branches all over the different parts of Manhattan and New Jersey. Mitch Manalo is here and Philippine bus spotting says, my van smells like fried chicken. Di masarap, diba? It smells good if it smells like fried chicken. So there's a lot happening in New York City and I just love the fall. It's the kind of season that makes you see how constant change is in life, right? El Mangru says, bidding good night, early call in the morning. Thank you. Thank you, my friend El Mangru. Thank you so much for being here. As you know, you always make me smile when you come in, and I'm always very appreciative of the fact that you always remember to say hello to me. So thank you, and have a great evening. Sleep tight. Kelly Robinson, we don't have Jollibee here, so sad. How do you like New York food compared to the Philippines? When you say New York food, if it's generally New York food, well, we have a lot of good restaurants, right? But if it's Filipino food compared to the food in the Philippines, of course, I prefer the ones in the Philippines. Gashanday Gangku. Hey, good morning, ma'am. I'm going to call you Gash, okay? It's a bit too long and it's a tongue twister for me. Welcome to the live stream. Where are you chatting from, Gash? Let me guess. But I don't want to guess because you might be from the other country and then I say you're from one. And I know Pakistan will not like if I say India, and India will not like if I say Pakistan. So you tell me. You can call me Gigi. Okay, Gigi. Where are you chatting from, Gigi? Tell me. Come on. If it's then I'm going to ask which state you are from if you are in India. Like I said, I don't want to guess. Philippine bus spot. Yeah, I remember you're in Kamsur. You were here already, right? Philippine bus spotting. Ang tinatanong ko si Gigi. Pakistan was a part of India. Our baby is Pakistan. I know. But then right now, you two are like little boys in a quarrel, right? Michu Manalo says, don't be shy. Ayan, lumabas na. So thank you for stopping by, and I'm always glad to have new people coming in. I hope that you subscribe to the channel and you hit us up with a like so that you can show the host some love. We have 17 likes right now. Parang nabawasan ba? Hindi, 17 na siya. So if you can give us a like, that would be very, very nice. And I would be very grateful. Thank you, Gigi. O, diba? Hindi ko maintindihan yung sinabi niya actually, pero sige na. So, yeah. So, like I said, I do this to unwind. It's been a long day. Maraming hanash at maraming hugot. Pero tingnan natin, tomorrow is another day. So yesterday, I spoke about sending an email that I've been composing since Monday. I finally hit send tonight before I left. I haven't checked my email kung may sumagot. And I'm hoping kung merong mapapagalitan or mapagsabihan bukas. I don't think it's not going to be me. So anyway, there are just some things I need to speak up about. And sometimes, I guess I get in trouble for that, but I'm the type of person who will not take things sitting down. So I prayed over it. So I said, should I send? I hope it goes well. And then I sent it out. So there are just things that you need to do. And I think I did what I had to do today. But when I walked out of the office, I felt exhausted. Nakakapagod ba? Parang ang feeling ko, ang bigat na it's hard to describe. It's very hard to describe. Again, for those who just came in, please don't forget to give the live stream a thumbs up. And I'm sorry if I toggle between English and Tagalog. I am a Filipina, so you will hear me speaking in both languages. I do translate one from the other, so you can be assured if I suddenly speak in Tagalog and you hear me speaking in English, it was one and the same thing. Kelly, that's the best way to be. Better to have tried than not at all. No, and I felt like if I didn't say anything, it would be festering inside me and I would just be like nursing it and ready to explode. And I think I'm too old to be harboring negative feelings. So if I cannot let it go, I have to do something about it. I used to be very, I'd say, I don't want to say callous, but I used to have thick skin. That's the phrase I'm looking for. So it was very hard to upset me or get me all riled up. But I guess I'm getting old. I'm not I'm not as immune from reacting like I used to be. Gigi, India, we switch in between language to like Bengali to Hindi or Bengali to English mixed up. I know, and your English is the Queen's language, right? It's the Queen's English. So yours is accented, ours is American. Where in India are you from, Gigi? Let me guess. Bengal? Because you speak of Bengali. I guess you're from Bengal. Thank you so much for coming. Surprisingly, and I tell the Indians who come in this, according to my analytics, you are my second biggest audience. So the Americans, of course, my American audience comes first. They all want to go to New York, I guess. My next biggest audience is India. And the Philippines is like trailing way, way behind. Gigi, Kolkata, West Bengal, India. Welcome to the live stream. Kelly, I think at every age we are still figuring things out. We never stop learning things about ourselves and others. You are so right about that. And one of my personal mantras is I learn something new every day. And I like that. Like when you taught me about Northern Ireland and Ireland, I like that because that enriches me. Like sometimes like very little things, like how things work, or when you learn about, let's say, where somebody, like for example, I learned from Gigi that Kolkata is in West Bengal. It's something that educates me about geography, right? Gigi says India used to learn on classic UK English. Now they or we kind of switch to US English more formally. I know because there's also a lot of BPOs or call centers that operate out of India, and a lot of the big corporations now have some of their back office operations in India because there's a lot of educated and talented people who can man those kinds of businesses. So thank you so much, Gigi, for coming in. I really appreciate it. My other friends, RG was here a while ago, but he says he's sick, so I told him to go rest. And it's very important that we take care of ourselves. Kelly says, I'm also like you. I like learning new things and go out of my way to study new things. I think learning is the best part about humanity. It's how we grow more empathy as well. Again, I agree. In fact, I don't do a set of resolutions at the start of the year, but instead I sort of list up a goal list. And I always try to put in there, learn something in an actual class. And I think that's very important when you do structured learning, whether it's knitting or crocheting, which I am very good at. Or if you want to learn a new language, perhaps, or a new subject matter, it's very important to exercise our brain, especially as we get older. Like now, my greatest fear is that my brain cells will start dying on me. Takot tumanda si Lola. I'm saying grandma is afraid to get older. But you really have to be on top of things before you lose all your brain cells. Gigi says, yeah, they have those Indian corporate houses, employees working for a lot of US based tech companies. Oh, mine is not a tech company, but one of our operation centers is in India. So there's a lot of you have a very big country, and education is very important there. Like just like in the Philippines, we really prize education. And I think that's one reason why Asians are advancing in whatever country they are in, because they value education very highly. Ken Ruby, welcome to the live stream. Ken Ruby is asking, oh, he says, hi, beautiful, you single. Beautiful is single but taken. I tell that to everybody, and I might be old enough to be your mother. How old are you, Ken Ruby? Just curious, and then make a guess how old I am. He's thinking, and he's calculating. You're 44, or are you guessing I'm 44? You're telling me you're 44, Ken? So how old do you think am I? Let's see. You're 44. Too young for me. How old do you think am I? Could I be your mother? Yes. If I was a teen mom, yes. I'm 59. I'm turning 60 next April. Gigi says, hey, can you tell that Philippine president or PM named Duterte, I guess what happened to him, are currently running the government in the Philippines? Duterte is not running the government. He was the previous president. We don't have re-elections in the Philippines. You serve a 6-year term and that's it. Unfortunately, I try not to be political here, and I cannot be politicized because that becomes a very emotional topic for my fellow Filipinos. Ken Ruby, when my mom died, she was 55 years old and she died in 2017. I'm very sorry to hear that, Ken. I told you I'm old enough to be your mom. Jesus loves you. Yes, Jesus loves me and he loves you too, my brother. I have accepted Jesus as my personal savior and I am a Roman Catholic Christian proudly. I'm sorry I cannot read the one with the heart, but welcome to the live stream all the same. English only, please. Ken Ruby says, I don't care how old you are. Ken, I said I'm taken. Gosh, Gigi says there's no, you're 59. Really? You look like 40 to 45 in between. I'm 59. I'm turning 60. I told you. I'm turning 60. I have a 21-year-old son. Kelly Robinson, you're 59. Wow, you look so much younger. Asian skin. There's no, besides the fact that I take care of myself, I don't go to spas. I don't do any special machine treatments. I just make sure I'm always moisturized and I clean my face well. Jesus loves you. Amen. Jesus loves you. Can you do me a favor and please say a prayer for me tonight? I believe in the power of prayer. And since you are here, I'd like to ask you to please include me in your prayers when you say something tonight or pray for me right now. That would be most appreciated. Thank you so much. Arnaldo Hernandez, what's up? I'm sorry we don't speak what's up here, but yeah, we're just talking. This is a freewheeling conversation. I don't really do topics. I'm a Filipina live streaming from New York City, and you'll have to indulge me. The Pinay is slang for Filipina. I've been a New Yorker for 25 years, so we're talking about life. Gigi says, I heard there was a huge drug problem in the country, and I hope country will overcome hard times. Pray for peace always. It's a different president now. So he's actually been, Duterte is in jail and has been under the custody of the International Criminal Court. So he is being tried for crimes against humanity. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to discuss that anymore. Again, that's a very political topic. And I don't have the bandwidth or the energy to become political tonight because he has very rabid supporters and there are rabid dissenters, people who don't like him. So it's like Trump. Well, we won't discuss that here. Eric in Tampa Acoustic. Steven Seagal is intensely monitoring this chat room while naked. Ooh, that's not a very pretty sight. Eric, I have to warn you, I don't do timeout, so let's watch the language, please. This is a very vanilla chat. We're very boring here. So we don't really do anything risque or even anything controversial. There are 100 live streams out there who will be excited if you go in and say that. Although Steven Seagal was cute when he was younger, but right now, he doesn't do anything for me. Gigi, as you live in New York for 25 years, so you become U.S. citizen like green card holder. No, I am a U.S. citizen. In TJ, after all, it's God who says forgive to a pedophile or child murderer. The devil no punch, so he is good. Please answer this. ENTJ, I'm sorry, you're trying to bait me, and I'm not going to fall for that. So unless you decide to be more civil or more sane with your posts, I'm sorry, we're going to have to break up for good, and you're never gonna see me again, and I'm going to boot you. I don't do timeouts. I boot. Jesus loves you. May God bless this sister. God, please meet her needs. God, I pray that you will comfort her and give her peace. I pray that you will have victory in the mighty name of Jesus. Amen. Thank you so much. Jesus loves you. And be smart. O, diba? Ganun lang kasimple. Pwede lang. Di pa naman naglalaglag. Hindi ko pa siya ilalaglag. Mamaya. So anyway, Beartooth, beautiful woman. Oh, thank you, Beartooth. Care to add to the lipstick fund? The dollar sign is up there. Kelly Robinson, why can't people read a room and realize this isn't the place to start a conversation like that? They're trying to see how I will react. So I used to get rattled, or I used to just read and read. And sometimes I ended up putting my foot in my mouth and they start very decent, and then there's something salacious or lewd at the bottom, and I end up saying it, right? So now I'm very careful. So even if, for example, somebody comes in with a long post, they start with a prayer and everything, and then at the end, they try to make me say the N word. People, I'm a person of color. What are you doing? You're trying to make me say the N word. I am one of them. I am a person of color. I'm a brown person. If you haven't seen that and if you don't know that, we Filipinos are part of the whole rainbow thing. Kelly Robinson, you're a better person than me because I would have lost my cool. Well, Kelly, the thing is that I used to do that. But then again, somebody told me, you shouldn't stop them from coming in because the point is, when they come in, that's a view. And remember, I'm a content creator, right? If they stay, that's watch hours. So unless they drop like something that will really rile me up, you can be in the background, but we're going to break up if you say something nasty. Kadam, welcome to the live stream. Thank you for coming back, Kadam. Kadam is one of our friends who has been coming back. And again, I'm very grateful. I'm really heartened when people who were here 2, 3 days ago, like Kelly, come back. Besides my stable of friends who are always here. Gigi says, like, I still can't believe you're 59. How you maintain your youth, that's interesting. Well, no matter how heavy my problems are and no matter how bad my day may be, I try to smile. I try to look at the positive and I take care of my skin because I wear full makeup. So I don't do the Instagram kind of makeup, but you have to clean your face at the end of the day. I cannot sleep with all of this on my face. I don't eat healthy, so that's not my secret because I love chocolate and I eat meat and all that. But I think the important thing is you try to have a positive outlook. Karina Charm, busog na host. Welcome. Friends, let's give Karina's latest upload. It's currently pinned. Some love. Napanood ko na siya. Gigi says, Indian also known as brown skin, but Western world misunderstood for black skin sometimes, mainly those who are not enough educated about it. Gigi, see, that's the thing I love about New York, and I always say this to people. I don't stick out like a sore thumb here. I'm just one of many colors. So there are certain parts of the world where if you are not white, they're going to see you're different. In New York, I am not different because all of us are one color or the other. You go into a subway car, you look at the people around you, it's never all black, it's never all white, it's never all Asian. It's all different colors, and that's what I love about New York. In other countries, there's a preference for one color over the other. I mean, I think racism is a fact of life. All of us are racist in a certain way. We have biases about certain cultures or certain colors, but we differ about how we express it or let it show. So you might have an opinion about a certain country or a certain group of people, but you don't you don't verbalize it. You don't show it, or you're not mean to people. Just because you have an opinion about a certain race or culture does not mean you are mean to to those people who fall under your bias, right? So like I say, hey, it's a free world. As long as you're not hurting anybody, I think that's the most important thing. And like I said, I'm just one of the many colors here. And I'm sad for those people who do not have the same kind of open mindedness. I mean, even among Filipinos, there are some of us who are not as open minded, or who are sort of walking with blinders and they can't see the world for what it is. I feel bad for them. Like people who generalize. When you generalize, you tend to miss out on the exception. And what if that exception is the person who will make a difference in your life, right? Gigi says, New York is better to feel than LA. LA kind of like economic hub. People are more rushed and in a hurry to build wealth or something. Gigi, I disagree. I think that's more New York. I've been to LA several times. And I noticed that life there is slower. In New York, we're always like in moving fast, we're walking fast. People think we're rude. We're not rude. We just don't want to waste time. We are trying to get to where we want to go. So it's always sort of like we have to go move, 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 chop, chop, chop. So I think that's more New York. In fact, people wonder why we always seem to be in a hurry. We're not being rude. We just need to get to where we want to go. But it's something I like. And I like that New York is a commutable place. You know, you can move from place to place without driving because I don't drive. Gigi says there's a huge like fight on this topic, like which is better, New York versus LA. I'm not going to get into that, and I'm not going to start arguing on that with anyone who tries to raise that question, because you cannot change my mind about New York. There are more Filipinos in LA, but I think New York is the place to be. People are more, I think the wealth distribution here is more easy or easier to balance out than in LA. And I don't know, it's the type of people and just the general environment is different here. Gigi, there's okay. Gigi says my one cousin lives in Australia. He says it's a competition between Melbourne against Sydney. I've been to Sydney 3 times. My best friend is there, and I love the country. And I keep telling people who are trying to raise a family, if you ask me between the United States and Australia, I would rather raise a family in Australia. But if you're trying to grow professionally or have better opportunities, I would go to the United States. So I guess it's a matter of opinion. But between Melbourne and Sydney, I haven't been to Melbourne. I have heard a lot of good things about it, but I am not in a position to compare. I think people will always compare. You know how we say the grass is always greener on the other side. For example, a lot of Filipinos want to move to the United States thinking that there's more economic opportunities here. Excuse me, and they're just disenchanted with the way things are going in the Philippines. And I tell them, you mark my word, you leave the Philippines, you stay here, you live here, you make a living here, there will come a time when you will miss home and you will say, it wasn't so bad after all. Why did I even bother to leave? Because I didn't leave because of economic opportunities. I left because I fell in love and I decided to marry a Filipino who was a US citizen. Gigi says, I choose Perth, Western Australia, like it's so peaceful and calm, like no rush. I haven't been to Perth, so I'm sorry I can't. But if that's what you like, then maybe that is a better place for you. But like I said, for me, I would I never imagined I would live in the United States. So that's one confession. But because I fell in love and I decided, okay, I wanted to start a family here, this is where I wanted to be. And then I said, maybe I'd just go home later and retire in the Philippines. And then I had my son. So my son is an American, born and raised here, but he's 100% Filipino by blood. And, you know, he looks Filipino. But he is never going to move to the Philippines. So I guess I'm stuck here. Gigi says, sorry, typo happened. That's all right, Gigi. I understand. Happens to me too when I'm participating in live streams or in chats. And like I said, this is what makes this live stream different. It's a conversation. We're not really just talking about growing channels, or we're just not trying to get people to come in and just flood, flood, flood. I'm happy to have a small crowd that I can talk to who makes for a sane conversation, because like, you know, people are coming in and then talking about crazy things. Thank you for calling me beautiful, but you know, if we're going to go somewhere else with that, I'm good where I'm at and I don't need the compliments, but thank you. I'm very happy for the people who come in. Oh, we've hit 20 likes. Thank you so much for everybody who has so patiently listen to me talking here. But, you know, I try to welcome everybody. If you're decent, you're talking to me in a very sane fashion, then we can have a conversation, but nothing too cerebral, okay? I used to have a kid who'd give me math problems. Like complicated math problems, like I had 20 cows, 13 got sick, etc., etc. And I would say, I don't have the energy to be computing things in my head at the end of the day, and I was always poor in math. So I'm sorry, but I cannot handle those things, or, you know, like riddles or stuff like that. I just want to have a very easy conversation. Kelly Robinson, would you ever want to visit the UK? Oh, yes, that is on my, I don't want to call it a bucket list, but that's in my future plan. I do want to go to visit London and see the palaces and just see the city itself. But I just haven't had the opportunity. My travel has been focused mainly on the Philippines. I'd say the last 10 plus years because my mother is still alive. So for as long as she's alive, and it takes a lot of days. I try to stay there at least 2.5 weeks, and there's a day before and a day after for travel. If I can, last November, I was there for a month because I hit the Thanksgiving holiday. In March, I was there for 2 and I think almost three weeks. But my money and my vacation days are focused on that because of my mother. But other than that, I would love to see London. I'd love to visit India, but then you're further away. I've been to Australia 3 times. I'd love to visit other states in the United States and learn more. So my son and I visited 3 national parks on the on the west side. We went to Arizona, Utah, and Vegas. I but I'm not the type who always has the itch to travel because for me I'm a perpetual tourist in New York. So there's so much to explore. There's just so much to see. Even if I just go to the city on a Saturday, I have brunch, I go around, I stroll and I just see what's happening in the park. I don't need to watch a movie or a play. I just go around. That in itself in New York is a treat. Gigi says, I had an auntie, like I always talk gossip discussion, like those vibes. She's like your age. It's so nice to have a conversation with you. Thank you so much, Gigi. Like I said, it makes a difference to me that I make a difference to somebody else, no matter how small. Whether I make you smile, I make you laugh, or you like making fun of me like those other guys, not you. Those other people who just keep coming in. The other day, somebody said, you should really sleep more. I said, are you talking about my eye bags? I'm old. I've lived with these for decades now, so I'm happy with them. Because Gigi says, which part of New York do you live? I live in Queens, which is one of the 5 boroughs of New York City, but I work in Manhattan. So if you go to my channel, you'll see that I have a lot of content about Grand Central, Central Park, Times Square. All of that are within walking distance. Hi, Darren. Welcome to the live stream. Thank you for stopping by. Mega love shout out to you. Darren is one of our American friends who actually live streams from everyone here, from everywhere else. A thumbs up 21, Pinay New Yorker. Thank you. And then Darren is saying hello to Gigi. Karina, connect with Darren. Darren usually has a premiere at 10:45. Drop your link, Darren, and I will pin. Karina is trying to grow his channel. Her channel rather. Kelly Robinson. Ahem. What about Northern Ireland? Of course. I also want to visit other European countries. I've been to Belgium. I've been to Paris twice, like I said. I want to visit Italy. I also want to visit Switzerland. I have relatives there. I've only been to England twice myself, unfortunately. If you go to the UK, you should get an authentic fish and chip. I've heard on the newspaper, right? And Darren Dobson says 10:45 premiere. Hold on, I'm going to pin your URL, Darren. Thank you so much. Are you surprised I go live? I've been live every night while you're while you're live. And like I said, it's a different kind of live stream. We talk over here. It's not really about although I do counsel content creators whenever I can. So sometimes the topic is about YouTubing. Gigi, hello to all. Darren Dobson, Karina Charm on the way. Darren, Karina is good with the subs but needs help with the watch hours. Darren Dobson says Halloween. He has a live stream, 5,000 Gcash, so that's $100 almost. Gigi says in UK, British people call the American French fries as chips. It's the same thing. And then, of course, the Belgians will say they created French fries. But then I ask, why is it French? And then they don't do ketchup in Belgium, or not even in Paris. They don't do ketchup with French fries. They only do mayo. Hold on. We are pinning Darren Dobson. Please go and visit my friends. Darren Dobson says, noted po, the GLS is my main channel. Kelly Robinson says, yeah, we call fries chips and chips crisps. Same kind of animal, right? I'm very adventurous when it comes to food. So I usually try, even here in the States, when I go around, I try to sample the local delicacies, like the different pies and the different dishes that they are known for. Gigi says, and British people actually call chips like Lay's Doritos, those chips as crisps. Oh, okay. So I learned something new. Thank you so much for letting us know about that. Darren Dobson, Karina Dunn. Darren, you didn't watch her video. You have to watch her video. She needs watch hours. And Darren says, I live on food. Don't we all? Darren Dobson says, rice is life. I don't eat rice. Not really. Except when I'm eating food that really requires rice. I gave up rice like maybe I'd say 30 years ago. Has it been 30? Yeah, primarily around 30 years. I gave it up in my 20s. But there are certain food that you cannot not have rice with. So you really have to eat rice with it. Biyaheng King, welcome to the live stream. Biyaheng King, maraming salamat sa pagpasok. Karina, connect with Biyaheng King. Biyaheng King, connect ka naman kay Karina Charm. She's trying to grow her channel. Okay na siya sa subs, kulang siya sa watch hours, if we can help her. Darren Dobson, Karina, FB Messenger Darren Dobson, and drop a playlist. Karina, are you listening? Can you do that so that Darren can help you with your watch hours? Biyaheng King, tamsak. Maraming salamat, Biyaheng King. Wala pa yung tamsak mo. Kanina pa ako naka 22. Nagbilang eh. Darren Dobson, my Facebook link is on my main channel. Tamsak, maraming salamat. Thank you so much for everyone, to everyone who comes back. And I always welcome our watcher channels. And again, I always say without our watcher channels, we content creators have nothing to earn and will not earn anything because literally you keep us alive. Biyaheng King, tapos na kaya? Ay, maraming salamat, Biyaheng King. Taus-puso ako nagpapasalamat sa iyo. Atando Los Cabos. So what does OT mean if someone call me French Fritz? Fritz are also fries. That's the French. Biyaheng King, hehe. Gigi, I'm taking a leave. Have a good night to you and catch you next time. Thank you, Gigi. I hope you subbed. And again, thank you so much for the conversation tonight. I really appreciate you. You have a great day wherever you are there in Calcutta. Thank you so much. Atando Los Cabos, I am lost. Darren Dobson, bonjour, my French friends. Bonjour, Darren. You have a good day wherever you are, y'all. No, Darren is also in the evening like me. We are both here, and MB Smart is in the house. Thank you so much for coming back, MB. MB's always in the background. We are in each other's live streams, right? Along with Papa Bonsi. Always. You might not hear me there, but I am there, and Papa Bons too. So, YouTube was glitching big time earlier. It was like flashing, and then we couldn't get the videos moving. And I usually have like several devices running a certain long live stream to gather watch hours. Darren Dobson says, I am a vampire. I do not sleep. I have a day job, so I do have to sleep. Biyaheng King says, Darren. Ayan. Connected ka naman, Biyaheng King, kay Darren. Amerikano yan, pero he mingles a lot with us Filipinos and he's very supportive. Nagpapa-last chatter yan kung gusto mo ng GCash. I don't fall in line for that. But lalo na when Poor Love is there, it's like nobody can win. So Poor Love comes in and starts flooding. And I say, Poor Love, that's in my rules. You're not supposed to flood me. I'm going to have to time you out. So she says sorry and then steps out. Kelly Robinson, you want to talk about not sleeping? It's 3:15 a.m. here. Oh, Kelly, you are such a hoot. I told you, go to sleep. I will be here tomorrow. Biyaheng King, yes, I'm connected sa kanya. Very good, Biyaheng King. Maraming salamat. So, did you look at your analytics like I asked you, yung engagement mo? Kasi sayang. And also start creating those shorts. So that's what I do when I see a channel and I see the number of subs. I look at the views. If the subs are sort of a ways off from the actual number of views. For example, I'm at 12,600 subs large house. So, ang bahay ko ay 12,600. Nasa 9 million views na ako. So, if I see a bigger channel at 20,000 and the view is 1 million, boosted yun. So, anyway. Darren Dobson says 3:15 a.m. in the UK. Yes, it is. And she's in Northern Ireland, actually. I have a group of people who come back regularly, and Kelly was here a couple of days ago. We have a lot of friends from India also. I usually have Trinidad and Tobago. There's two other gentlemen who could stop by from the UK. And of course, our friends from the Philippines. Mostly, like I said, half my audience is always watchers is made up of watcher channels, and half of them are content creators. Plus, of course, nakababad dyan si Papa Bons, MBTV's here, Michi, and of course, Marie Salas. I like Guinness. Cheers. Darren, did you know that Guinness here is different from Guinness there? I think it has to do with the alcohol content. So the regulation for importation makes it different. So I didn't used to think that until I had it in Ireland. And yes, it does taste a little difference. Biyahing King, ano oras dyan, host? Right now, it's 10:17 p.m. Atando Los Cabos. Someone said that British call Americans French Fritz. No, the Fritz are more French. So I don't know about the British calling Americans that, but I'm going to leave it at that because I think you're trying to make me say something that's going to get me in trouble with my own standards, and I'm going to have to edit the live stream later, which I hate doing because I lose the chat. When you edit an actual live stream, you bleep something out, you blur something out, or you shorten or lengthen it, you lose the chat replay. Darren, hay naku, talaga Darren, hay naku talaga. There's are so many pasaway. You know what pasaway is, right? Kelly Robinson, I've never called Guinness. I'm more of a Carlsberg person. I'm actually a Stella person. I like Stella, Corona and Stella Artois. Kelly, had Guinness not called. You caught me there. I thought you said you were not you were more of a Carlsberg person. Atando Los Cabos says, no, no bad intentions. I'm just being cautious, Atando. Darren Dobson, hindi po. Hindi ikaw, Darren. Itong isa ang pasaway. The other one, Darren Dobson, give me chocolate milk. I'll settle for chocolate. It's about that time of the night, right? And we all try to just coast by. I try to do 2 hours each time, and I'm almost there. Sometimes they ask me to stay, but I don't think I have the energy to stay tonight. So I'm always grateful for the fruits of the live stream. I like that I learn a lot from people here in the same way that I make a difference in their evenings. I make you laugh, you make me laugh. And there is so much to be had just from the simple interaction of sane people having sane conversations. So, okay. And we welcome everybody here. So, Atando, you are welcome here, but it's like you cannot blame me for being cautious because there are people who try to get me to say things that get me in trouble. And like I said, this is a very vanilla chat. We talk about everyday and ordinary stuff here. Darren Dobson says, Pinay, let's collab po. I'm only live on Friday and Saturday night for 2 hours. Well, Friday is my big night. I usually do 3 to 4 hours then. Saturday, I am off. So maybe one Saturday. When you say collab, though, you do a streaming software, right? You do StreamYard. I don't. I'm cheap. I don't see my philosophy about YouTube is I'm not going to pay or invest in anything that YouTube hasn't paid me for. And right now, I am earning off of YouTube, but I'm not earning enough to what you call this. If I hit 1,000 a month, then maybe. StreamYard is free po. That I know, but it's like there's a limitation to it, right? Jarnail, welcome to the live stream. How are you done? Jarnail, it's already 10:21 in New York City. I've been here since 8:30. You are late. Why are you here only now? I'm just kidding. I'm not trying to scold you, Jarnail. I'm happy you're here. Jarnail drops by every night. Did you make sure you liked my live stream? Thank you. Darren says only fee after 20 hours per month. Well, see, the thing is, I only started live streaming 4 months ago, and then I really do it this format. Let's see, one of these Saturdays, maybe. I'm a little worried because, like, I don't do the singing and dancing. I mean, I can sing, but I'm not going to perform on YouTube. My number one rule is I'm not going to do anything here that I will one day regret. So that's the reason I always show up here fully made up. Um, Only fee, Darren Dobson, Jarnail, hello. Darren Dobson, lives are good for, oh yeah, I know. They're good for watch hours. They're good for subs too. My main uptick is really in subs. So on a good day, I can have plus 10 or a little more. On a bad day, I have at least one or 1 to 3. So in the last month, I've grown almost 200. So that's my thing that's what keeps me going on the live stream, besides, of course, the audience. And I like the interaction. It really helps me to unwind at the end of the day. Darren Dobson says, all Filipina can karaoke. Yeah, but you have to pay me for me to sing. I can really sing. So it's like if I'm not going to be paid, I'm not going to put myself through that. Plus, I do have a day job. So I try to keep things pretty straight, on the straight and narrow. So very vanilla, like I said. Darren Dobson's, I will give you secret to add subs. I don't do boosts, Darren. I'm very, very, I've been very strict about that. PM on Messenger po. Interitus 4, my friend kickback. I'm sorry to hear your friend passed. Then you should actually be offline and try to contemplate on your life with your friend. Enteritus, we will say a prayer, but we will not mention any names because I have an idea what you're going to ask me to say. Jarnail Singh, thanks for the kind words. Thank you so much, Jarnail. You're always here. And that means a lot to me that you come back. May magbabagsak. Oh, antayin natin. Ano kaya papasabi niya? So, like I said, one thing that has really been very heartwarming is how people come back. And these are people who are not content creators, they are watcher channels. So, Interitus, I hope you have a good evening wherever you are and that you are able to contemplate on the passing of your dear friend, Kunware. So, anyway, sorry, this is going to be a disappointment to you, but we are a very vanilla chat here. And if you're from the US, you know what vanilla means. So anyway, it has been a wonderful, wonderful conversation with everybody out there. Like we say, we don't do the regular live streaming here. We talk. And it's been a very interesting evening. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Gigi, who has gone. And thank you to the friends who dropped by. I know it's an in and out thing. I don't take that personally. I do that in other live streams too. You try to see what's up and you say hello and then you go. So that's why those who stay and those who have been with me through all the 4 months or almost 5 months of live streaming I've been doing, supporting me and trying to keep me going and encouraging me to keep doing this. I thank you all for always being there and for always having my back. Darren Dobson, Pinay, drop your live link in my live stream. Book in advances. We'll see. Because Saturdays I usually go out and I'm not home. So that's one reason also that made me drop Saturday, because the Saturday crowd is kind of thinner because the Philippines is doing their Sunday thing. And there's a lot of back and forth on me doing a live stream on Saturday in my private life. And I finally made the compromise of, okay, I'll do Friday, I'll give up Saturday. So we will try. No promises, but I will try, right? Darren Dobson, walang anuman po. Sige, sige po. Oo, true. Michi Manalo, no worries, sis. So, always willing to support you all the way. Yes, and Miss Michi Manalo has always been there. And they try to, I always, I appreciate the guidance and the comment and the feedback of what works and what doesn't work. And that has kept me going. So, like I said, we'll be back tomorrow. For those who have stayed with us, thank you. For those who have stopped by, thank you. And I hope to see you again. Mitch Manalo says, Sir Darren Dobson, Shouty. Kelly Robinson says, I really enjoyed talking to you tonight. You're such a fun person. I hope you have a peaceful rest of the night, and I'll hopefully catch another one of your live streams. If you're subscribed, Kelly, we will see each other again like we met up tonight. So, again, thank you, everybody. Thank you, folks, and be good wherever you are. And have a great evening for those ending their day, and have a great day for those who are just in the midst of beginning theirs. Marie Salas, our huggable mama. Marie Salas, hugs to you. Good night.